Are you a remote teacher or having to assign some sort of virtual work? Honestly, these are going to work for all teachers. Well, I have one tip that will serve you in 4 different ways. It's called the power of the pause, and yeah, it's pretty powerful. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Elizabeth Peterson, and I love helping other teachers to get inspired with resources and ideas that are embedded in SEAL, Social Emotional Artistic Learning. Now, SEAL focuses on integrating the arts with SEL, but it's so much more. Part of what that means is that we need to look at the work that we do in creative ways, and I think you're going to really like this new SEAL tool. Now, you probably already know about the pause button, right? I mean, how many of you used it when you were making mixtapes? Go ahead, tell me in the comments if you made your share of mixtapes too. I remember feeling like a genius when I discovered if you press record and then the pause button, you could not only get the most of that song you were waiting for on the radio, but when you were recording various songs from different tapes, that pause button made it so that you didn't have that clunky sound between songs. Those were the days. But now the pause button has taken on a few other roles as well, and I can't wait to go through all 4 that are going to apply to the work you do as a teacher. Number 1, pause yourself and check your work. This is a great pause button strategy for self-awareness. Now, let's face it, kids are so quick to hit that send button, or to hit that turn in button, or to put their pencil down and say, I'm done. Well, by using the idea of the pause button, you can emphasize to students that when you think you're done, you need to pause, take a breath, and really check your work. Now, this can happen in so many different situations. I'll share one of them with you right now. In my remote classroom, I love to get students' input over in the chat, but they often will just hit send before really thinking things through. Now, nothing has happened inappropriate per se, but when I'm asking for a complete sentence with a capital and a period, and for heaven's sakes, will you capitalize the word I want that to be done correctly. So when I see a sentence come through the chat and there's no period, I have to go back and remind my students that once you've typed in your sentence, pause for a moment before you hit send. And to be honest, isn't that a great lesson in life with texting and tweeting and putting comments in Facebook? Sometimes we all need the little reminder to pause yourself before you hit send. The second way I want you to think about utilizing the pause button with your students is for them to pause what they're doing in order to help them with some self-management. Now, there are a couple of ways that you can think about this. Before you actually get to work on a project or an assignment, pause yourself for a moment and make sure you have everything that you need. Do you have your paper, your materials, your research, your resources? Have you asked all the questions that you really need? Taking that moment to press the pause button can be really beneficial so that when you get working, you can keep working. The other way to think about this for self-management is when my students are really into an assignment and we are running out of time, I also like to think about putting them on pause instead of stopping them abruptly. So I will actually say to them, put yourself on pause for a moment because it's time for us to go to lunch or stop for snack or go to gym. By changing the way that I talk about them stopping their work before they head out the door, it can change the atmosphere from something that's rushed and stressful to something that's just being put on pause. So if you have students that are really hard at work on something and you know that they're running out of time, encourage them to just put themselves on pause. Give themselves that moment to think about what they can finish up in a short amount of time and what they can kind of set up for when they come back to the work that they are doing. The third way I'd like you to think about the power of the pause is for self-care. And this can be self-care for your students and also self-care for you. I've been talking a lot about teacher self-care, so if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, make sure you do, because there's a lot of great videos that you can watch and a lot of great videos that are coming up. One you might definitely want to check out is this one about how to stop, look, and listen for your teacher self-care. It's a great strategy for any teacher or anyone who has a little bit of a stressful job. Taking time to pause for yourself is so very important. And if you think about that boombox with the pause button, what does that do? Well, it just pauses everything in place, allows you the chance to get up, walk away from it, and then it's right there when you come back. Putting yourself on pause in this way is just really a great way for you to take a break. And sometimes we just need that pause button to give ourselves a little break. Another way that you can think about the power of the pause button is by thinking of the actual pause button. Now, when you are teaching remotely or you're sending out videos for your class to watch, maybe in a flipped classroom or when your students are working remotely from home, they should know about the power of the pause. Those videos that they're required to watch can sometimes go a little too quickly, and that's why I love the power of the pause. Kids can pause it at any time, let the information sink in a little bit. They can even rewind it so that they can watch certain parts again. Instructing students on how to actually use those video controls is a really good benefit for their learning as well. I always encourage my students to pause a video and let them catch up to whatever it is that's being instructed for them on that video. For example, in one of the videos I did for origami, it can tend to go a little too fast for some of my students. I've instructed them to really use that pause button and rewind button so that they can watch and re-watch certain steps and get their origami to look the way that they want it to look. This also can really help teachers as they're creating instructional videos for their students. When you make your own instructional videos, I want you to have in the back of your mind the power of the pause. That way you can create shorter, more intense videos that your students can then watch in sections, pause, take some notes, and really be able to reflect on before they hit the play button to keep that video going. So can you see how this SEAL tool, the power of the pause, can really be used across the board? But if you're like me, sometimes time can get away from you and you simply forget about the pause button. That's why I created the pause button poster to help you remember why pressing that pause button is so important in so many ways. You can grab your own copy of the power of the pause button in the description below. In it, I also describe how you can introduce this concept to your students and then have them create their own pause buttons. This is the type of resource that you can add your own creative, unique touch to it and have it available to you inside your binder or your planner, or maybe even hang it up around your desk so that you can remember the power of the pause. Now, the next video you'll probably want to go check out is my Stop, Look, and Listen self-care strategy for teachers. It can be found right here. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. For more videos that can inspire you with new ways to think about your teaching, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also the bell so that you'll be notified whenever a new video comes out. My name's Elizabeth, and I'm here to remind you to get inspired with new creative ideas for your teaching so that you can be inspiring to your students. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Now go watch the next video.